I'm gonna die.
No, you're not. You're Australian. We're impossible to kill.
Hello there, Sir from 17 once again. This is my Battlefield 1 hard difficulty video walkthrough. This is the final of the war stories. It is Nothing is Written. This is the first sequence of it. It is called Hidden in Plain Sight, and it's an interesting stealth section that can be completely murder-fested if you choose to. You don't have to. There's actually a challenge in this game for doing this without being detected, which is very easy to do, if you just take everybody out and then climb up and do this. I have an interesting run here for you. So you don't start with a weapon because they want you to scavenge. To my right, there is a tent guarded by a sniper that has a bunch of different guns in it that you can grab should you choose to. And directly north of us here, there is also another tent that has a bunch of weapons that you can grab should you choose to. And then all the way to like the northeast of this area, if you run out into the desert for quite a large amount of time, there is a solitary tent on itself where there is a light tank and a single soldier guarding it. So if you want to do this with a tank because you're getting frustrated, feel free to do that. But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to divide and conquer the people in my path, and then I'm going to get onto the roof. And I go up to the roof, I hit the hatch, but you're not invincible during the opening of hatches, and if you get shot, it knocks you out of the animation. So it looks like I've done the level, and then I get kicked out of the objective, which is a little frustrating, but it's the way the game works, so it's good to know this. And we're just going to proceed to move around this area. Once again, the enemies seem to hear you from a ridiculous distance, but they don't seem to see you from the same distance. It feels a little bit janky to me in that regard. The enemies can see you really well from a certain range, but if you're not in that range, they don't seem to be able to see you at all, unless they have some kind of optic on their weapon. So the snipers can see you from ridiculous distances, even though they're not using the scope on their weapon. And I find that kind of weird. Oh, the sun's quite bad here too. The sun will get in your eyes, and it'll make it a little bit miserable, so you want to try always to not be shooting towards the direction of the sun. See what I mean? It gets all epileptic now, so I do apologise if anybody suffers from that stuff. I tried to look down to mitigate this, because I don't have epilepsy, but it was pissing me off. Because there's nothing worse than Arnold Rave in your face when you're trying to play a video game. And we're using a silenced 1911, I believe. It's a good gun, this, too. The Scout uses it as his sidearm. I think it's the basic one. I got more kills with this than I did the rifle. Which is kind of showing you how terrible I was playing as the Scout. So just wait for him to do his path. You can kill him or not. I'm going to move out now and then push on. He's just to my right here. You can hear him talking. So climb up out, continue onwards. And be careful, if you don't crouch, they can hear you from some serious distance. Crouch walking is the way to go. So here's the first of our murders. Somebody saw or heard that, and he's making his way towards it. I'm going to push over here, stab this guy, or maybe shoot him. I don't think I'm going to shoot him, am I? No, I'm going to stab him. There is the stab. And then to my right now, we should have enough time to perhaps entertain this guy who's coming over. Or am I just going to avoid it? Potentially avoid it. The game will tell you to use lures here, and the lures can be useful. But they're one of those mechanics that you don't really need to use. You can do, should you choose to, but you don't have to. And I like the fact that there's a flexibility with that. So I'm not engaging the guy on the right. I seem to be looking over the guy on top of the train, and then the guy just to his left. There's a guy behind him. There's a guy all the way over on the left. Look how far away that dude is. What the hell did he see? So I pick the pistol back up, because it's silenced, even though the suppressors are not that quiet on this game. And then I move towards the guy on top of this roof. So this is where it's going to go wrong. I kill this guy on top of the roof with a headshot, or something similar to a headshot. And then I jump across and try and get in the room. So one guy heard that, but I don't think he knows exactly what happened. So he's having a look, he's coming a bit closer. Another guy got a little curious too. So I back up through the train. As these two people, I thought they were going to climb up to the front of this train, but I don't think they do. No, I think they just kind of postulate and walk around. He turns his back to me, and I think here, because you have to jump to the train, because the jumping makes noise. Something went red then, somebody saw me just then, so watch this. Look at that. Not a fan of that, to me. Seems a bit silly, but it's the way they designed it. So you want to get the hell out of dodge, get yourself into a defensible position, and then start killing people. The only threat here is getting rushed. If you get rushed on hard, the enemies do a lot of damage and they're very accurate. But if they don't rush you, you can just destroy them. Use your silence pistol to best of your ability. Use your shotgun when they get close. There is a support guy, so be careful of him. Very powerful gun, that one. Here's me trying to pick it up, so I've got something to shoot people with. It's not a pistol. There's a dude just over there. Look at that. 2-bullet kill. I think that was a headshot as well. Very, very powerful. And then there's about 2 or 3 dudes left, so we can push over to this train and proceed to pop shot them from a distance. Ooh, that one hurt. So he's sprinting our way. See how he was hitting the cover exactly where we were? I find that interesting how the AI shoots at where you are rather than, you know, where they might stand a chance of hitting you. They can wallbang you through certain surfaces, but it's incredibly rare on this game. I only know it can happen because I got shot through a train, and I don't know how it happened, but it can. It's just, whoa, Jesus, really? Go on now. Go on now. No, he can see me. I think he's on a turret as well. That sounded a bit turrety, didn't it? Which you do not want to dance with turrets in this game. They are incredibly dangerous. You can beat them, it's just tricky. Especially when the sun's in your eyes. It's very against you, this firefight. They've designed it in such a way that they didn't want you to have any advantage shooting the guy up there on the ridge. It's clever, really. Interesting design. But I push around this side. I think he hit me through this bit when I got killed. Yeah, the sun's still being a bitch. Wow, it's... Oh, he's lost us, though. He doesn't quite know where we are. And he's moving, which is a bad idea, so I'm going to kill him. There we go, he's dead. And I believe that noise signifies that we're done. So the only thing left to do now, folks, is to run back there, jump into the cabin, and then pick up the decoding book. And then the next level is going to be assassinating some captains and releasing some pigeons, which... Nice homage to the unkillable pigeon earlier on in the game that everybody seems to have enjoyed. A very strange sequence for an interesting game. So thank you for watching, and you take care now.